We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama. How you watch?
Popeye.
Where's the Popeyes here now? Where's the Popeyes here?
We come down here and say Popeyes, we get discount, so we left for Hanover come here.
Hanover?
Yeah.
Don't
have a place named Blair.
And a Popeyes here now?
Yeah.
So your time you get discount too?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Greetings viewers and subscribers. Are you still shopping for back to school bags, shoes or belt? Ensure that you buy authentic stuffs that will last throughout the entire school year. Ensure that you go to Conrad's Unique Fashion. At Conrad's, you get a bargain on every item in the store. And remember that once you tell Conrad that it's Popeye who sent you, you will be getting a discount. Conrad's Unique Fashion, they are located on Great George Street in Savannah Lamar, just 2 plazas away from Burger King. Check with Conrad's today, you will not be disappointed. So you might have seen yesterday's video with me talking to the 2 youngsters. Those 2 youngsters who their mom and their dad died tragically. I have been contacted by persons who have donated and others who are willing to donate to them. Due to popular demand, I have started a GoFundMe campaign for these 2 youngsters. I'm going to ensure that they open their bank accounts, and I'm going to be ensuring that whatever donations they are going to be getting going forward is put away safely. The link for the GoFundMe is in the description below. Click on it and donate, no matter how small it is. Alright? Now, in the news today, I'm going to be showing you video footage of a break-in throughout the entire video. You're going to see 2 youngsters breaking into a house. I'm also going to show you when the police arrive. You are also going to see the damage that these 2 young hoodlums did inside the house. The incident, it took place at 135 Darling Street in Savannah Lamar in the parish of Westmoreland. It took place earlier this week. The 2 young hoodlums, they were seen on camera during the break-in. As a result, an alarm was raised. The young hoodlums, they pried open the window to the back of the house and entered. They ransacked the house and they stole gold chains, silver chains, cell phones, you name it. The police, they have since arrested and charged one of the young hoodlums involved. His name is Joshua Lewis. He is 13 years old and he's living in the same 135 Darling Street area. We are told that the other young hoodlum is known and his parents are expected to hand him over to the police on Monday. I'm going to be showing you as much of this incident as possible. Even when the stories are finished, you are not going to want to miss it. In this report, despite the many warnings, persons continue to give away their hard-earned money to these scammers. A young lady in her early 20s. She's living in the parish of St. Anne. She visited that online store on TikTok. It's named TechDealJA876. They had a Samsung S21 Ultra for sale for 76,000 Jamaican dollars. The female contacted them and expressed an interest in buying the phone. She was given an NCB account number in the name of Kevin Hines to make the deposit. She deposited the full amount, 76,000 Jamaican dollars, to the account, and that was the last time she heard from them. Them black car. Just like that. Now, in this next report, the Wattown police in Senton, they have arrested and charged a 16-year-old schoolboy for assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. His name is Tyrone Stewart, and he's living at Perseverance in the Wattown area of Senton. The allegations are that late Tuesday afternoon, August 20, about 6 o'clock, a group of youngsters, they were playing football at a playing field at Wattown when a dispute developed between Tyrone and a 15-year-old youngster. It is alleged that Tyrone, he used a stick to hit the other youngster in his face, causing him to be knocked out unconscious. The youngster, he was rushed to the Sentence Bay Hospital where he was treated and admitted. The police, they were informed, and Tyrone, he was taken into police custody and he was charged. So, he'll be going to the courts shortly and talking about teenager being charged. Early last week, Wednesday morning, August 21, about minutes to 2 o'clock, a house which is owned by an engineer in his early 50s. He's living in the Hellshire area of PMore in the parish of St. Catherine. That house was broken into. Two hoodlums entered the house and they stole a black Samsung Galaxy cell phone. They also stole a purse containing important documents, cash and the keys for a white 2018 Suzuki Swift motor car that was parked in the yard. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the Suzuki Swift motor car. A report was made to the police who commenced investigations. On Sunday, August 25, the police, they intercepted the car at Christiana in the parish of Manchester. 4 youngsters were in the car. Following police investigations, one of the youngsters in the car, he confessed to the police. He told the police that he and a guy named Tajay, who was not in the car on Sunday, they broke into the house. That youngster, his name is Joshua Taylor, but he's popularly known as Jashie. Jashie is 15 years old and he's living at Carneway in the Hellshire area. He was charged for burglary and larceny and he'll be going to the courts shortly. This next incident, it took place on Wednesday afternoon, August 28, about 1:30. It took place at a bar at Chichester in the Ramble Police area in the parish of Hanover. We are told that the bartender in her mid-20s, she was in the bar when 2 hoodlums entered. One of them brandished a gun and joked down the bartender. The hoodlums, they then stole cash from 4 gaming boxes which were mounted on the wall. They also robbed the bartender of cash amounting to almost 50,000 Jamaican dollars. They also thieved top shelf liquor. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in a waiting Nissan AD wagon motor car that was parked outside. We are told that the police, they were alerted and the car that the hoodlums escaped in, it was spotted. The police signaled the hoodlums to stop, but they refused and sped off. The police chased them and the car, it crashed into a Toyota Voxy along the Montpelier Main Road in the parish of St. James. Now, if you look on your screen, there is the car that the hoodlums were traveling in. 2 of the hoodlums jumped out of the car and made good their escape, but the driver, he was held by the police. That bag on your screen was also found in the car with the liquor that the hoodlums thieved from the bar. The getaway driver, he's popularly known as Lindo. We are told that Lindo is in his late 20s and is living at Ducketts Road in the Cambridge area of St. James. The police, they are now searching for his 2 cronies. One of them is known as Tristan and we are told that Tristan is from the Cambridge area of St. James. Boy, may I tell you. Now, in this next report, there is a guy living in the Old Harbour area, popularly known as Pops. In mid-June this year, Pop's grandmother died, and rumors started going around that it was a man named Pastor Johnson who worked Obia on her and killed her. A few days ago, the grandmother was being buried when her husband, who is Pop's grandfather, he died on the date of the funeral. The rumor got stinker. It is said that Pops, he then sent messages to Pastor Johnson on TikTok, telling him that he is responsible for his grandparents' death and he is gonna kill him. Wednesday night, August 28th, almost 9 o'clock, Pastor Johnson and his congregation, they had just finished church service. Pastor Johnson and 4 of his church members, to include males and females, they were heading home in a white Toyota Axio motor car. On reaching a short distance away from the church at a place named Africa in the same Old Harbour area, it is alleged that Pops and one of his cronies, popularly known as Duppy Mecca, they were seen standing along the roadway with guns in their hands. They opened gunfire at the car, then made good their escape. One of the females in her early 30s, who was seated in the back of the car, she received a gunshot wound to her right knee. No one else in the car was shot, but we are told that the car was riddled with bullets. So, Duppy Maker and Pops, they are now wanted by the police. The Mayhem. This next incident, it took place on Tuesday morning, August 27, about a few minutes to 10 o'clock. It took place along the Rojai School Road in the Green Island area of Hanover. Our information is that a male, his name is Bryan Wright. He was 41 years old and he was living at Bamboo Bottom in the Green Island area of Hanover. We are told that Bryan, he was riding a blue Ziggy motorcycle along the Rojai School Road. He was heading towards the school, but guess what? Bryan was riding in a reckless and careless manner. He was swerving from left to right and a one-wheel wheelie upon the road. On reaching in the vicinity of a hardware side gate, Bryan, he ended up losing control of the bike. The bike, it swerved into the right front side of a grey Mazda Demio motor car that was being driven by a female driver and it was coming in the opposite direction. Bryan, he was thrown from the bike onto the roadway and he received serious injuries to his head, his shoulders and both legs. We are told that Bryan's left leg was completely shattered. Bryan, he was rushed to the Noel Hospital and later transferred to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries early yesterday morning. Thursday, August 29, about minutes after 12 midnight. Happily, the female driver of the Mazda Demio motor car, she was not hurt. At 41 years old, you would have expected that Bryan would be sensible enough. Bryan, him dash with him own 3 points. In this report, on Tuesday afternoon, August 27, about some minutes to 4 o'clock, a man, his name is Cresmore Marshall. This December 17 coming up, Cresmore, he will be celebrating his 54th birthday and he lived in the 4 East area of Greater Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Cresmore, he was in the 4 East area when he and a 19-year-old guy named Rojai, they had an argument. This argument led to a fight. It is said that during the fight, Cresmore, he used a Cuban machete to cut Rojai on his right middle and index fingers. He also used the same machete to slap up Rojai several times all over his body. All this time, Rojai, he had a ratchet knife. It is said that Rojai, he make one joke right in a Cresmore abdomen. Rojai, he then ran off to one of his friends' house. Cresmore, he was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital by residents where he died whilst being treated. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final story for today, on Friday, November 24, last year, I carried a story. A well-known wheat farmer, he's popularly known as Dread, and he's in his mid-60s. Dread is living at a place named Ovaland at Long Hill in the White House area of Westmoreland. We are told that Dread, he had sold a portion of weed, and it was said at the time that Dread, he had enough money at his home. Early Friday morning, November 24 last year, about 1:30, Dread and his brother, they were at home. His brother's name is Rohan Samuels, but he was popularly known as Shirley. Shirley was 63 years old at the time, and he was also a wheat farmer. They were at home when they heard knocking on the door and voices outside saying, "Police, open the door." Shirley, he got up and opened the door when he was confronted by about 5 hoodlums who were armed with guns and knives. The hoodlums, they entered the house and asked Dread, "Where is the money and the weed?" One of the hoodlums, he then took cash amounting to almost 1 million Jamaican dollars that Dread had in a clothes basket, but they were still not satisfied. They wanted more money, and Dread told them that he did not have any more. One of the hoodlums, he then used a knife to inflict a serious wound to Dread's left shoulder. Dread, he saw an escape route and he ran out of the house. The hoodlums, they opened gunfire at Dread, but luckily, he was not hit. Dread, he then went and hid in some bushes in the dark. The hoodlums, they then opened gunfire, hitting 63-year-old Shirley. They then made good their escape. The police, they were called in, and on their arrival, Shirley, he was seen lying on the floor with gunshot wounds to his head. He appeared to have died on the spot. Dread, he was taken to a nearby hospital where he was treated and admitted. So the police, they commenced investigations, and some of the hoodlums were readily identified. One of them is that guy on your screen. His name is Dimario Blair, but he's popularly known as Ziggy. Ziggy is 26 years old and he's living at Ovaland in the Long Hill area. Early Monday morning, August 26, about 2 o'clock, Ziggy, he went into the Petersville area of White House where he stole a motorcycle, but he was spotted by some residents who chased him. Ziggy, he fell from the bike and he was held by the residents who called the police. The police arrived on the scene and Ziggy, he was taken into police custody and he was subsequently charged for the shooting death of Shirley and the stabbing of Dread. We are told that Ziggy, he will be slapped with additional charges over the next few days, and as soon as he's charged, I'm gonna be bringing you the updates. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, mash up Jamaica. Criminals, them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy, them no out can't take. But me want me country back, give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back, give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder.